So just like last video, if you watched it, I said I'd be getting the Otocinclus in today, and which I did. And I kind of already unboxed them. Here's the box now. Live Aquaria, normal styrofoam box, and normal shipping as you expect, and then all their paperwork and stuff. So basically, I got them acclimating in the bucket here. I had an air stone because I had to leave them in here for like until I got home today, so I had an air stone going, and then I got the drip system going. It's been dripping for about an hour now, so they'll be going in pretty soon. I might let them drip for like another hour or so. And I already got it all the. I put some stress coat in there, so their slime coat is back on there, and that's about all I really did for now. And I'm just kind of letting them, sitting here. But as you see, they seem to be juveniles, a little bit babies, which is pretty cool. I always like getting fish as they're kind of at a small age, so that's nice, because last time when I bought Otocinclus, it was from somebody different, and they were already full grown, so it's cool to see that I got a lot of babies this time. And I got 15, I think. Obviously, with Otocinclus, the wild caught, you're going to expect some to die. It's just like rummy noses, other fish like that. You kind of expect some to die because it's just how it is. No matter what you do, there's always going to be those couple that die. And I think I already got one in there that's kind of I think that's already about to. I think he's already upside down, so that kind of sucks. But so far, everybody else is doing fine. So basically, I'll be adding 14 here, and then plus the one I already have, so that'll make 15. So that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted in here. So it looks like we'll have 15 in here, which works out good. I have the lights dimmed down a lot. That's why it looks like this, so the fish don't get stressed out with having a big blazing light on there. But at least keeping some light, just so doesn't mess up the planet tank. But I'll come back to you guys when I have the fish in the tank. But other than that, I'll see you when they're in the tank. Okay, so we're back. A little longer, and in the bucket than I planned on. I ended up doing stuff, so they actually were in there a lot longer doing the drip method, which is what I was doing. Which worked out kind of better. So they're in there for about 3 or 4 hours, which nothing wrong with that. The longer they're in there, probably the better. So now I didn't video them netting them out because it was kind of a pain. The bucket's round, and trying to get a square net in a round bucket, it's a pain. So I just kind of like tipped the bucket and poured it into the net into another bucket. So you've probably seen a lot of people do that, but easiest way to net some fish. But as you can see, they're all kind of here in the front. At least a lot of them are. Still don't got color, nothing surprising about that. But as you see, they're already kind of going to work on some of these rocks, which is exactly why they're here. Me personally, like most people buy this type of fish for, algae, and especially Otocinclus brown algae. And it's like the same thing with plectos. Like for me, when it comes to plectos and Otocinclus, I kind of buy them because I like them, not because I want them to eat, algae and brown algae, or whatever problems I'm having. But yeah, but these are I do like them. But the reason I got a bunch is to clean up the mess I have in here. It's nothing that bad. I mean, the only thing I have left, because that green slime algae remover basically fixed everything, and now everything looks just like it did when it first started set up. But the only thing I'm wanting done is this is just ADA dust, but the fish, these Otocinclus, will clean it off, and consistently keep it off. So that's what I'm hoping they do, and they most likely will. I mean, that shouldn't be no problem with 15 in here. But I can't wait. They're already all over the place. Exploring. They're the only fish in here, so you can see some of them still don't have color, but these ones are starting to color up. You can see, the gray coming in. They are super small. I did get juvenile ones, which is cool. I like fish. I like seeing fish get bigger, but yeah, you see the Monte Carlo carpet. It still isn't looking, it's not the best. It's just this ADA. I screwed it up from the beginning. It just sucks. That's why I'm excited redo this tank once I move, because this whole tank will be carpeted and it'll have CO2, so we'll have a whole carpet of Monte Carlo throughout the whole bottom, and which means we'll have no 88 dust over here blasting all over the plants and rocks. So it'll just be a lot cleaner setup, and won't have to be a big headache, which is the goal, and that'll be easily achievable. But right now it's just kind of what it is. You just kind of have to deal with it. But if you don't watch your last video, I did cut down this job for narrow leaf, so you can tell it's a lot smaller now. But it's a lot nicer and more green. I ripped out all the dead stuff, and it looks a lot nicer, and I actually like it. Especially in this tank, I like it that it's a lot smaller now. It works out kind of better. But yeah, some of these are actually pretty good size. I think I actually bought them all, Live Aquaria, I think I bought all their Otocinclus, because from the bag, you can see I got one order of 12. I think one facility had only 12, and they were supposed to ship it, but I think they didn't have enough, so they went ahead and found some more. They got some from another facility and got 3 more, which is cool. Most people, most businesses don't really think like that, and we'll just tell you that we only have 12, and it's cool that they actually reached out and made sure I got 15. So out of all these, for being wild caught, 14 lived out of the 15, and I'm not gonna, go to Live Aquaria and hate on them that I received one dead Otocinclus. I really don't care. The good thing is, 99% of them lived. They're all doing really well now. So this tank, look at it now. I mean, I do need to trim probably the I'm blanking out on the name of this plant, but I do need to trim that. It is getting kind of up there. Probably do that next water change. But I do like it kind of tall like that sometimes, because if some fish want to, it gives them kind of shade in that area, so it's kind of nice. It kind of acts as a floating plant almost. But yeah, once this S Repens gets cleaned off, this tank will look really good, just like it did when we first set it up, which is my goal. I watched the old videos, and I just always really like how the tank looked back then when it first got set up. So that's kind of the goal, to get it back to that. And we'll see this tank. I mean, I don't plan to get any Amazon puffers again for a while, so we'll just see what we want to throw in this tank. I mean, the thing I do want to do is, whatever we do put in here, I want to make sure I can at least transfer it to the big tank when I need to. So I need to make sure it's compatible with this tank and this tank. So I'm thinking maybe some type of, I do want to do Pissogramus, but I don't know if that's going to really work out with the bigger tank. So I might do some Bolivian rams. I don't really know. At this point, I'm just kind of letting it be as is. Just let the Otocinclus live in here, and that's it for now. We'll come up with something, but yeah, other than that, if you have any questions on Otocinclus that you want to ask me, or anything really, any video suggestions, put that in the comments below. But other than that, I'll see you guys.